Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, God of Heroics, and today we are going over episode 3 of Dragon Ball Daima. I know we just did episode 2 yesterday, which was a week late, and episode 3 today, which is a day late, but do not worry, I do more or less have these things planned out. So, without further ado, let's get started. If you like these kind of videos or like any of the other kind of videos that you see on this page, please like the video, subscribe to the page, and hit that notification bell so you can be updated with all future uploads. So episode 3 started off where episode 2 left off with Goku, Shin, and Glorio leaving Earth and going on their trip to the Demon Realm. They have to go to the Rocket system, or the Rocco system I think it was called, basically because there is a warp there. Warps are the giant goldfish things that was used in episode 1 for King Goma and his crew to come over to the human realm, but don't call them goldfish because apparently warps are very sensitive. There are multiple warps around the world, around the universe, so basically it acts as like a fast travel system. Go to this checkpoint but not necessarily go to this destination, if that makes any sense. So in order to use it, you need to fill out some kind of application and get a PIN number that you use to get to your destination and to return, and you need to tell that password to the warps, and you also have to be a demon because they don't let anyone that's not a demon go through. I'm gonna let this little tidbit slide because Goma did not need an application or a passcode for whatever reason, and I'm just gonna assume that it's because he's the Demon King, and when you're the Demon King you can kind of just do stuff that other people can't do without having to really explain yourself. So Glorio, Goku, and Shin all go to the Demon Realm. Shin uses some kind of magic to make Goku's ears transform to be a little pointy, so the warp thinks that Goku is a demon, so they can get through. And we get some interesting information, a lot of interesting information in this episode regarding the demons and the Demon Realm and how all that works. So first and foremost, Glorio says that he only has clearance to go to Demon Realm 3. And like I said in the previous episode, there are 3 Demon Realms, 1, 2, and 3, and the king of Demon Realm 3 is the one that gave Glorio this mission to go pick up Goku to help them defeat the first Demon King. Now this is very interesting to me because I'm not sure what he's planning, because Glorio is working for this Demon King, but it's said by Glorio himself that he does work in the first Demon Realm as well, which is very strange because he doesn't really explain what he does. So more suspicion as to what it is that he actually does, and him being a very strange man. But in addition to this, why would the king want to defeat Glorio? That is very interesting to me, mostly because Glorio said that he wants to get that third eye artifact so that he could have more power, but now I'm wondering, what does the third Demon King want, and why does he want to take down Glorio? Is there a reason that he wants to defeat him? Is there a reason, does he want to do it before he finds the third eye so he can get it for himself? Does he want to keep the third eye hidden because, with that much power, they would probably be able to take over the Demon Realm, or like the entire Demon Realm, worlds 1, 2, and 3, who knows? But we'll probably get some things explained to us much later. Anyway, moving forward with this episode, we also find out that Demon Realms 1, 2, and 3, it used to be connected, but somebody, it doesn't really say who, around the time that Shin was young, they put up these light barriers that cover these holes that actually do lead to the different realms. So now the only way to get there is to use the warps to get to the relay area and then go through either gate 1, 2, or 3 to get to their respective Demon Realms. And obviously you would need like an application or a PIN number and a decent reason to be there, and you would have to be a demon, all that stuff. So another thing that was dropped, I think Glorio is slightly demon racist. It's mostly because when he was talking to Shin, they were talking about how different the world is, and like there's some stuff that Shin doesn't know about in the third Demon Realm and stuff, because he said he's never been there. For example, there's a gas that's on the ground. I'm not sure if it's just the area that they're in or if it's just the entire third Demon Realm, but it's a harmless gas, but basically it makes for some reason it's just really stiff, or stuffy rather, as they say. So people that aren't used to being in the demon realm, like Goku and Shin, their movements are very slow. I'm not sure why they have such a thick gas there that slows them down, but it is what it is. Anyway, Shin is saying that he doesn't know, a lot of stuff that's going on in the demon realm and well in the third demon realm, and he's not used to it. And Glorio is like, yeah, you're a blind, right? Which interesting to me. I didn't know that these different demons had uh, specific names. There's no reason why they shouldn't have specific names, considering that they're all from different realms and have different features. Like, for example, the Kaioshins are purple with that obvious little mohawk thing that they all seem to have for whatever reason. And then you get people like Devara, who's basically like, your classic Red Devil. You have the Namekians that are green with antennas, and then whatever Glorio is with a full head of white hair, but blue skin. So, it is what it is. Now, he says that he's a blind, and he's like, "Oh, you're a sophisticated kind. Has no reason to come to the third demon realm." And I'm like, "Wow, are you guys like the hood of the demon realm? Like, what's going on here? Like, it seems very strange. Like, is there like a weird hierarchy going on between the first realm and the second and third, or like, do you guys have some kind of hate towards each other? Like, I'm kind of curious what's going on there." But yeah, anyway, they don't really explain that, but pretty much Shin is still very suspicious of Glorio. Like I said, he like heavily questions him, like, "Oh, why, if you do work in the first realm, then why do we have to go to the third?" And that's when he told him that they only have clearance for the third. And then he's like, "Okay, well, if you do work there, what kind of work do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I do this and that," which doesn't really explain anything, but Shin is very skeptical because this man is basically keeping heavy secrets, but at the same time expecting them to work with him. So it's very strange. But it's looking like we're going to get our very first battle, really. Well, second battle, technically, because Goku and Vegeta fought in the first episode. But it looks like we're going to get our very first battle in the Demon Realm because while Goku, Glorio, and Shin are, walking around and having a little fun and having some conversation, we see some shadowy figures up on the mountains, like in the distance, and they are glaring at them with red glowing eyes, which obviously tells us that there's going to be some kind of battle, some kind of confrontation. So the shadowy figures, who seem to be orcs, I guess, start shooting arrows at Goku and friends, and obviously they move out the way because with the arrows coming down, they start getting slow once they get into the gas, so it gives them enough time to pretty much move out the way. Pretty sure they would have been just fine regardless, but hey, it is what it is. Glorio, who is entirely used to moving in this gas, kind of just speed blitzes these guys, pulls a gun, and just blasts at the rocks that they're behind, scaring them away. And then they just get in the ship and leave. He's like, "Hey, we're going to town tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to go see King Kadan, who is the one who sent him on his envoy." So we get to learn a little bit about the ecosystem of the Demon Realm because we learn that the gas that is basically slowing everything down with how thick and stuff that it is coming from these volcanoes. By the way, there's different land formations that kind of just float around. That is very normal for them, so not entirely certain how this works, but hey, we're here to learn minimal stuff about the ecosystem and not everything. It's not like this is Strange World, that one Disney film that flopped. So we find out that, gas is coming from the volcanoes, and that's what it smells pretty bad. Goku said that it smelled bad earlier, and he's like, "Hey, it's so bad, that I could probably fart and nobody would notice it." And Glorio's like, "Yeah, the volcanoes they do, have a smell to them." Then they kind of fly through the smoke of one of the volcanoes because it literally just it has this little poof like right as they're flying by. And he's like, and Glorio's like, "Yeah, it does smell kind of weird though." And then Goku's sitting there silent for a second, and then he's like, "Okay, cool, you caught me." And I'm like, dude, you could have just said nothing and nobody would have guessed anything. Like, Glorio didn't look at him like, "Hey, what did you do?" Shin didn't look at him like, "What, did you fart?" And it's like, he could have just said nothing and just completely got away with it. Like, it's cool for the joke, but like, Goku, you didn't have to out yourself, dog. So they get to the motel that they're going to be staying at, and Goku and Shin are going to share a room, and Glorio's going to get his own room because mysterious man gets to have his own privacy. And he asks the dude how much it is for 2 rooms, and dude's like 30,000 Dokudo. And I don't know Dokudo currency. Like, I have no idea how money in the Demon Realm works. but I can't imagine 30,000 anything for 2 rooms at a motel being a normal price. So Glorio's like, hey dog, that's expensive as hell. Dude's like, well, you can go somewhere else, but it's dark and dangerous. And Glorio just grabs his man by his freaking neck and flashes his gun. The most gangster thing I've seen. So yeah, no, I'm 100% convinced that the third realm or third demon realm world or whatever is like the slums of the entire demon realm because like nobody does that. But Glorio, just flashes him his gun like, bro, I'll bust a fucking cap in your ass. And dude is like, oh, yeah, no, it's 5,000 Dark. So yeah, that's wow, dude. I don't even like unless he paid him off screen, which I don't know why you would do that because they could have easily just shown an animation of an exchange. Like the dude hands him the keys, he hands him the money, but hey, the dude handed him the keys. I don't even think Glorio paid. I think he probably just flashed his gun one more time and was like, "Nah, I'm good, dog." But now they're about to, go across the street because Goku's hungry, even though he ate basically enough food to feed 16 whales. So they're going to get hamburgers, which absolutely astonishing to me that hamburgers exist in the demon realm because they straight up state that there's an entirely different ecosystem with animals that don't exist in the human realm. So I don't know where the hell they're getting hamburgers from. And two, I don't even know why the frick they call it hamburgers in the demon realm. But hey, far be it from me to tell y'all how to eat your food or even name your foods. One thing I do want to point out is that since we've been here, like in this town, which has probably been like 2, 3 minutes tops, um, I've seen like 13 different kinds of demon races in this freaking show, and there's like no consistency. There's some that are like stubby and kind of long necked with wings, and then there's others that are fat with wings. There's one that looks like a symbol from the original Dragon Ball, the guy that shut up a tambourine, but he has like a horn on his head. There's this one guy who looks like a snake man, and he has like no horns, no pointy ears or anything. So who's to say how we're aware that he's in the demon realm, or that he's actually from the demon realm? And then, like, then you get a wolf man, like a full-on wolf man, like Bergamo, but just not as buff. So again, no idea how you can tell he's from the demon realm because Bergamo's not a demon for what from what we know at least. So I don't I don't understand how these races work. Like first when it was just, oh, you got pointy ears, you're a demon. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then maybe horns like Mr. Popo and this one symbol looking dude. But now we just have wolves and snake people. So like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna assume if they're in the demon realm and they're not Goku, that they were actually from the demon realm. Also, I apologize. I lied earlier when I said that it looked like that they were going to be in the first real fight of the episode because they were not in a real fight. It was literally just Goku dodging arrows and Shin shooting like 3 rocks. This is actually where the first fight of the episode comes when they go to the bar so they can get food. Glorio orders 5 hamburgers for Goku and then he orders water for him and Shin, and the water looks like orange juice or like a margarita. So I'm not gonna ask how water works in the demon realm. I'm going to assume the best and say that this is clean water. At the very least, it's Arrowhead, so this is like clear water to them. Um, so they get their food. Goku is getting stares, but he doesn't care. He's eating his food. But the demons walk up to him and they're like, "Hey, you're not from here. You're not from around here. You're obviously from the demon realm. You're obviously not from the demon realm." And racism ensues, and they try to beat up Goku and his company. Glorio is basically telling them like, "Hey, get the hell out of here. We don't want any fight with you. We're just eating and we're gonna leave." But obviously these guys start some shit and they try to fight. So Glorio basically beats the hell out of a couple dudes, and the combo that Glorio gives the Wolfman is absolutely sinister. I swear to God, if I ever in my life catch a spinning back elbow to the neck, I'm retiring from everything in life. I'm not dealing with that, bro. I'm telling you, if I can't hit a spinning back elbow to the neck in Sparking Zero when this dude is released in the game, I don't want to play it. I'm gonna be real. Like I don't even want the character if I can't perform a spinning back elbow to the. Anyway, Goku joins in the fray, beating the hell out of one dude with literally 2 plates, and then he proceeds to continue eating his hamburgers while fighting. And it's a very Dragon Ball. It's a very Dragon Ball version of Dante and Devil May Cry 3 killing demons while eating pizza. Very hilarious, very cool choreographics at the same time. So pretty interesting scene. Afterwards, Goku's still a little hungry. He gets another hamburger. The bartender kind of just gives it to him because obviously you just saw these dudes just absolutely beat the shit out of every single customer in your building. So yeah, I'll be giving out free hamburgers as well. So the next day arrives, and Goku and Shin are sleeping, much like me and my fiance, with me on my side facing outside the bed, and her in the middle of the goddamn bed, spread out, taking up the entire space with her leg even on me, as if, I don't need a room to sleep. And, Glorio wakes them up because it's morning. It's time to head out towards the king. So they all get up and they head towards the ship. And turns out that 2 of the guys that got their asses beat in the bar, the ones that actually started that shit, they actually ended up stealing the entire ship. And they left some note. It's written in a demon language and there's no subtitles. So I couldn't possibly tell you what the note said, but it's probably something disrespectful. And that's pretty much how the episode ends. Now, we do get a preview for the next episode called Chatty, and it shows off Goku beating up some people with the power pole, and he's defending somebody in a mask and a hood. Now, if I was a betting man, which I more or less kind of am, I'm willing to say this is Pansy. This is going to be Pansy in this outfit. They're probably not going to reveal it for a decent amount of the episode. And not only is this Pansy, but she's probably going to have some kind of way for them to get to the king a little bit faster since their ship is missing. And I'm not sure why it's called Chatty. Maybe that's what they're going to start calling her until it's revealed that she's actually Pansy. But yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead and say this is Pansy in disguise. There's probably a reason why she's in disguise. Who knows? Maybe she's related to Glorio and she was told not to go on this mission or something. I don't know. She's in a disguise. Maybe it's to blend in with the area. Who knows what it's for? But all in all, this wasn't really a bad episode. It mostly showed off the demon realm a little bit better and gave us a little bit more explanation on how the demon realm works and why certain aspects are the way they are. And is also, it was a pretty fun little adventure to go on. So next episode's very likely going to be pretty good too. These are the first 3 episodes. These are the first 3 episodes that are going to be in theaters when it goes live as English, in the English dub. So if you want to go see them, go ahead. In my opinion, it isn't worth seeing in theaters, especially considering that episode 3 is basically ending on this weird cliffhanger of like, oh, we have no ship and no way to really do anything. So then you'd have to wait for episode 4. I would personally wait until episode 4 to say that maybe should be part of the movie, but who knows. Anyway, not a bad episode. In my opinion, these episodes are actually getting better. I believe these episodes are actually getting a lot better, like as they go along. Episode 1, in my opinion, was kind of bad because it was just like kind of making up excuses to really get the adventure started. Episode 2, it was all right. We were just getting prepared for the battle, prepared for the adventure. And now that we're in episode 3, it's like, hey, this is the adventure that we're going on. This is the demon realm. This is how things function, and we're setting everything up so that you can see how the battles are going to start. You can see what kind of enemies they're going to be fighting, who's fighting, how they fight, and So anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for me. Like to just subscribe to the page, notification bell, so you can be updated with all future uploads. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.